Woo! All right, listen, we are back. It is another awesome segment. I am your host, Latrice Rice, your certified mindset coach. I help bereaved Christians regain hope by rediscovering their identity and healing through writing. Listen, if you have been following us, you know that the Clarity in the Pen conference is coming up and you need to be in the room. If you are an aspiring author, we're going to take you from start to finish. And also, where do you go even after that book is published? How do you market your story? But some of us who lost a spouse may be attending the conference. So I wanted to make sure that you heard from our relationship strategist, CheVaughn. Welcome, sis.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm so excited that you agreed to be a part of the conference. And I'm just going to ask a few questions. We'll jump right in. People are waiting to hear what you have to say. So the first question that I have is, tell us about your journey to becoming a relationship strategist.
Okay. So I think becoming a relationship strategist has been like a culmination of my life. So when you hear the word strategist in this age of coaching and things like that, it might sound a little different. Not too many people would directly say, okay, I might need a strategist, but there's some characteristics that might be familiar to you. It's a culmination of many things, really. So there is some coaching. There is some consultation. It's more of like a direct approach. Whereas coaching, you might ask a little bit more questions. And when you get to the strategy portion, you can see the vision and it's like, okay, I can lay something out for you and give you the strategy to get there, some steps. But I would say throughout my whole life, it's been a culmination. It's something I've been called to do. And right now, at this period in my life, it's just wrapped up in that title for relationship strategist. Been counseling since I was a little girl, and I've done it in different facets all throughout my life. Career in the military, I was a leader in the military. Now, I own my own business, the CEO of this coaching and consulting business. So just the title culminates everything that encompasses. Oh, and also I'm a student marriage and family therapist. So that's, this is just who I am. So it's just wrapped up in a nice little title. So you can bite.
I love it. Listen, we're taking a bite today. I love it. That is so awesome. So you're helping people with strategy. A lot of times people go in and out of different relationships and can't even understand why are we in these cycles. So I love the fact that you're here to assist those who are at the conference and beyond. How do you get the things that you desire in a potential relationship? How do you get back in position after you lost a spouse? So my next question for you is, what's one thing that people can expect to gain from participating in your workshop at the Clarity in the Pen conference?
Just like it is, clarity on exactly what they, who they are at this point in time, because, as we go through different things, and we'll take loss, since that is the theme of the conference. When you experience a loss, sometimes you can forget who you are, or it can be a time period where you can actually enhance and get clarity about who you actually are. So you should expect to know, the voice of God. We're going to keep it like that, so that way hear clearly from God who you are, who your identity is in Christ. And then when it comes to relationships, where do you stand in that relationship? What is your role to play? And then, as far as when it comes to God as well, what is your role with God? Because a lot of times we think that we're doing this thing and we're healing ourselves and we're taking ourselves to the next level. But I want to show you how you can reverence God, but still, through yourself, God will give us the tools to be able to move on. And that's what you should expect for my segment in this conference here.
Wow, I'm excited. The tools we need to move forward. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't mean that, especially if you lost a spouse, doesn't mean that you won't love that person any less or anything like that. It's just being able to move forward since you're still living, and you're going to get those tools that you need. So I'm excited to hear that. My next question for you is, what advice can you give to someone who desires to remarry, but is struggling to get back in position after the loss of a spouse?
So really think about why you want to remarry. Is this a deep desire? Is it is the outside, is everybody on the outside telling you this is something that you should do? Have you consulted God? So really getting down to the root of why you actually want to be remarried, and then dealing with the things that encompass that. We know that when you're married, you share a love with your spouse. We know that you should have the issues that you had in your other relationships resolved. And so that's no different when you have lost a spouse. No, the person is no longer there, but the issues and maybe some unforgiveness or some things that you just didn't deal with need to be dealt with prior to getting into this marriage. And it's okay. So lose the guilt, lose the shame. We have to remember that when the person is gone, they are, with God. So there's a life over there and you have a life to live down here, and you shouldn't be shameful. And, as long as you consult the Lord, that's what you should be focused on.
That's good. So we need to get clear on why we even desire to remarry. I love that. Wow. Okay. So I got another question and then one more after that. So my next question, can you please share any product or service that you offer that can help those who desire to improve any relationships that they have?
Sure. So I have a couple books that I've co-authored. And so one book is called Possibilities Unlimited: Stories to Inspire You to Achieve the Impossible. And so in my chapter, The Courage to Have Uncomfortable Conversations, that is, in that piece right there, it really talks about getting down to being clear about what you want to say, how you say them, and just having the courage, even if you don't have it, but gaining. There's a tool to help you gain that courage so that way you can have clear conversations with people in general, but in your relationship. So that way you're able to know where you stand, know where the other person stands, and then you can have a clear foundation so you can actually flourish in your relationship.
Wow, I love it. I love it. So I am going to ask this because being someone who did lose a spouse and I desire to remarry, but then I was wishy-washy on it because I had some other experiences in the dating process. And now I'm getting back into dating, right? How, if I wanted to follow you and somehow connect with you, how would I do that?
So I am on several platforms. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. I hang out on Clubhouse a lot. But if you want to find me and find how to connect with me, go to Linktree/the relationship strategist, and you'll have a link to every single platform that I'm a part of. And then we can connect that way.
Thank you so much, sis. This is awesome. Again, I just want to thank you for being one of the speakers at the conference and taking the time to share a little bit about what people can expect. Listen, if you are watching this and you're catching it on replay, put in the comment section, #replay. Make sure that you share this. Tag somebody that you believe can benefit from participating in the Clarity in the Pen conference so that we can empower you to write your story, publish it, take it global, and hey, have a chapter 2 if you lost a spouse. Again, thank you all so much, and we'll be back with another segment. Have an amazing day.